The war for intoxicating hemp products rages on. We've had a big win in Georgia, disappointment in Virginia, and there's a new battle raging in Alaska. Hey, I'm Morgan Davis. I'm a cannabis attorney in Raleigh, North Carolina. Let's talk about how to keep your business protected and thriving. So 2023 has been a rough year for the hemp industry. It's been a lot of changes, a lot of ups and downs. We've had bans, we've had significant regulatory overhaul, we've had adoptions into the regulated market, and everything and anything in between. Having a national brand in the hemp industry right now has never been harder. And the last couple of weeks don't point to it really getting any easier. So let's look at the current body count. Big win in Georgia. So 2022, Gwinnett County DA decides they don't like hemp products, specifically targeting Delta 8, Delta 10, the synthetic products. Big raid of a distributor, Elements Distribution, sees all their product, sees a ton of cash. Now, a year later, the Georgia Court of Appeals is saying that the DA's office has to give back the inventory and the cash, and is going beyond that in saying that under Georgia law and under federal law, all derivatives of hemp that fall under the 0.3% Delta 9 THC limit are legal. That includes Delta 8, that includes Delta 10. So what are the important wins for this? Well, one, there's a lot of distributors and retailers out there heaving a big sigh of relief right now, especially in Georgia. Two, it goes to show that in Georgia at least, and really it's just one more case that the hemp industry can sort of hang its hat on, to say that if it's derived from hemp and it's compliant with the federal limitation for Delta 9 THC, it's legal. Should be noted though, the court does not get into the conversation in its opinion about synthetic cannabinoids. It does not address whether or not Delta 8 or Delta 10 or anything that's synthetically derived is a controlled substance either under Georgia law or federal law. They even put in footnote 2 in the opinion that they know that this is an issue, and they cite to several cases, AK Futures, the recent Arkansas case, some others, which point out that this is an issue, but they don't address it because the Georgia government doesn't bring it up. So don't look to this to decide the synthetic argument. Nonetheless, it is a big win for the hemp industry and gives a lot of people in Georgia, which is a huge market, some breathing room. Disappointment in Virginia though. So in July, Virginia basically shut down its entire hemp market. Everything above a certain amount of THC in the hemp market became non-viable for commercial sale. Several stakeholders sued the government. I think they filed in August, and claiming that basically, one, Virginia's law violated federal law, that there wasn't a showing of a need for this kind of ban, and many, many other arguments. Federal judge issued an opinion last week, I believe, and basically didn't buy any of the arguments and said that the state of Virginia had made enough of a compelling argument that Delta 8 and other intoxicating hemp products are a danger to the Virginia population. And so they denied the majority of their arguments. The case is still pending. They have not issued a dismissal of it yet. But big disappointment, as it seems that case is probably not going anywhere, and the hemp industry in Virginia is going to stay where it is. Should note, today is November 9th. November 7th was Election Day. And the Virginia legislature, which was Republican, is now Democrat. There's a lot of hope that the new democratically led legislature in Virginia will not only push through adult use cannabis, which was legalized 2 years ago, but hasn't been developed or gone anywhere since it became legal. But they also might roll back the hemp regulations under the Republican legislature. We're just gonna have to wait and see, but there's a little bit of a silver lining there for anybody in the Virginia hemp industry. the new battle in Alaska. So Alaska, I know everybody's selling products in Alaska, but Alaska has jumped on a trend of a combo of banning intoxicating hemp products and also pulling some into the regulated market. So Alaska has a marijuana program, and they have essentially said after November 3rd, any product containing Delta 8 THC, Delta 9 THC, or any other THC really, and full spectrum products. So those of you out there selling full spectrum CBD hemp products that you can aren't an isolate, aren't selling yourselves as an intoxicating hemp product, even if you're just full spectrum, you are now banned from selling outside of the dispensary model. I think about 4 companies based in Alaska have filed a lawsuit to stop the government from implementing the program, similar to what they did in Virginia, similar to what they did in Arkansas, similar to what happened in Georgia, and similar to what's going on in Maryland right now, hoping to stop Alaska from doing this on a number of grounds, one of which being basically you would be killing all of these businesses without any due process, without any possibility of say-so. And most of them all base it on the idea as well that you are choosing to support cannabis monopolies. Now, I'm not going to get into that and whether or not that's true, but that is a common argument in these lawsuits, is that the state is supporting a monopoly by cannabis companies of both the hemp and the cannabis industry, and that's illegal. We'll be watching all 3 of these to see what happens. You should too if you're a stakeholder trying to sell a product in any of these states. Stay tuned and we'll update you soon.